What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on? First of all, y'all, if I look a little sweaty, a little, flustered, girl, I just got through doing my exercise a little while ago, and it's a little hot. So I said, let me just go on here, cause I got a multitask, cause one of the two wasn't gonna get done tonight. So I said, let me go ahead and put this show on and do my little flow exercise while I'm watching it, so both of them can get done. You know how I gotta do, cause ain't no slacking over here. But we back for another episode, or I should say a brand new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, girl, I really wasn't excited. After the mess that was last season, the season that we didn't know that was really a season, girl, we all thought it was a continuation. Come to find out, it really was season 5, because this say season 6. So this season 6, episode 1. And let's just put this out here, girl. My opinions are my opinions. You don't have to debate them, but you can put your opinions down in the comments. And when I say debate, that means like, trying to go back and forth or start something or whatever, just because I don't have the same opinion. Because y'all love Marriage Huntsville fans. Y'all just, I don't understand, all right? It's just a TV show, okay? But I do, a part of me is glad that it's back because I'm familiar with the people and, it's what we're used to, okay? And we know that we're going to get at least a little bit of real drama. A little bit of real drama with people that actually know each other, okay? So we done built the repertoire. We done built some family or whatever with these people in the sense that we've been watching them for a minute. This is season 6, okay? Oh, Lord, Jesus. I'm just so happy with myself. I'm so happy with the stuff that I'm doing. Like, y'all should understand. But anyway, this is season 6, A Hope and a Prayer. First of all, before we get into it, let's talk about a couple of changes that we done saw right off the bat. So the intro has changed, all right? Meaning not the theme song, but the actual visual intro. Because at this moment, we see that Martell, Holt still got his name because that's his name. We see the couples together and they got their names up and they doing different stuff. I said, all right, come on. Production came up a little bit. iMovie working its way in and iPhone 14's doing all they got to do for the editing and everything. It was cute. Then we noticed that Courtney and Stormy, they're a new cast members. They are officially the new cast members of the show. And we also noticed that Destiny is not on here anymore. Mama ain't even in the introduction. Mama is gone, okay? So there's that. And Tiffany is fully pregnant, okay? Tiffany is fully pregnant. Now, I feel like Tiffany is going to give me a time. And I think we probably going to appreciate it just slightly because even though Tiffany be getting on my nerves, sometimes Tiffany brings the mess when we need it, So there's that. She just can't help herself. Meanwhile, we get into the episode and we see Kimmy, she's opening the door because Mel is coming over. Mel said it's been a minute since she's seen Kimmy. Like she hasn't really, talked to her like that. Ever since they left LA, she only like peeked in on social media. I said, what? And she said, listen, she respect the fact that I needed my space. I said, all right, as long as Kimmy ain't got a problem with it, because truth be told, because at first I was like, so I thought this was your friend going through some stuff like a health crisis or whatever, and you're not fully checking up on her, like calling and everything. But then I had to step back and be like, sometimes a text here, a text there, that'll work. We don't need to be on the phone all day long, or you don't need to call every day. I know that you care, whatever. I ain't never had no falling out with you. You already told me you was going to check up, so that's fine. Because sometimes when you going through stuff, you already got enough people that's probably immediately in your circle that's trying to, oh my God, how you feeling? And you get tired of that. All right. Don't make me feel like I'm an invalid. All right. So maybe that's what it was. So I'm not going to judge that. But they seem cool at this point. Kimmy, she's in a mood where she wants to have a celebration because I think she has 1 or 2 rounds left of chemotherapy. But Maurice, he don't really want her to be all like jumping for joy and doing this party that she want to throw. She want a celebratory party for this because he's like, well, we still got 2 more rounds. The first round is chemo. We're almost through with that. Then we have to have a surgery, which is going to be happening in the next week or so. And then they're going to have to do radiation and see if everything is really, really completely done. You know, and I understand where Maurice is coming from, because I'm that same type of person where I don't want to celebrate. I don't want to do all of that until it is completely official and everything is completely, the process is completely done, because I don't want no setbacks and I don't want no surprises. And plus, he's just a little concerned. He's being a husband, so I understand. Meanwhile, Mel had went to Vegas to celebrate her 37th birthday. You know, and of course, Kimmy was like, what you did out there? Basically trying to be nosy and be all up in her business and say, like, she wanted to say who you had up out there. Girl, Mel, I don't know why you acting like everybody just want to be, because, girl, we want to know. I mean, we want to know. So, you know, and I do like the fact that she like, girl, if I got somebody, I got somebody. That don't mean I'm going to put it out there, because I'm the same way, you know. Y'all, I might pop up with a girlfriend one day and y'all gonna be like, damn, what? Or then y'all probably gonna be like, who the f is this? And how long this been going on? Girl, I gotta tell y'all something. I'll tell y'all that later in another video, depending on the timing of it. Because it's along that subject. Now, I'll tell y'all later. Anyway, moving on. So I get it. Sometimes you just got to keep stuff a little close to the vest, especially with the way that these stands and stuff been going. Girl, it's a mess. So, you know, since she want to have a party, we're going to have Mel, you know, host the party, throw the party for her. And that means that she wants Mel to, like, invite everybody. Mel said, listen, girl, I don't really with these people like that no more. So just because it's you and it's about you and it's for you, I'm going to get on the burner phone and I'm going to call these people, because these people ain't got my number, and so therefore they can't call me back. So she went on ahead, because her and Kimmy, it was real funny to me the way that they was trying to act it out. How to, especially like probably Tisha, that's probably what it was. It was probably Tisha that Kimmy was acting out, who would have got on the phone with her, you know, and we know how deep that mess got between her and Letitia. That was a mess. Letitia was talking a whole bunch of stuff, and truth be told, when you go back and you look at it, I mean, points was made a little bit on both sides. If I want to be fair, in my M-I capital italicized, in my opinions, a little bit of points was made on both sides about each other, okay? You know, but I just feel like, Letitia, you just, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I never really saw it for Letitia. And it's not even because of the issue that was going on with Mel. I just don't like, I don't see it for people that just, granted, we can't tell you to get out of a relationship, but somebody who just allow themselves to be walked over, even though you know that you have a little bit of power, but you letting yourself lose that power because you want to submit to, anyway, we're not going to do that. But y'all get what I'm saying, because I just see Letitia as a weak person, and I don't like looking at women as weak, and I'm pretty sure that she got something in her to make her not be weak, but she just coming off because that man, and then the way that she acts towards Marcel and thinking that he don't be doing, girl, anyway, don't let me go off on a tangent. But also, you know, they got that going on. Meanwhile, speaking of Martell, because she got to talk to Martell as well. Girl, Martell up in there, I want to do what he doing, okay? No shade. I ain't never had a massage, all right? I'm thinking about going to a chiropractor and looking it up, but I'm a little scared, because what if I be the one that that one particular customer, the first time that I go up in there, and then all of a sudden you want to crack my neck and I get paralyzed. Baby, I think about stuff like that all the time before I do things, you know. I think the worst before I think the best. So there's that. But I do want a massage, and he had that lady up in there giving him facials and doing all that stuff. I want to try that LED mask. I always see that. You know, he said, I like being touched. You know, I like women putting their hands all over my body. And I said, I'm pretty sure we know that. You proven that, you know. It ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of pampering. He said, listen, throughout all this mess, I've been seeing dark circles and bags under my eyes. I'm too much in the spotlight to be looking raggedy. I gotta tighten it up. I said, understandable. It's a brand. You gotta keep it tight, you know. And so his mama show up, right? Mama Merlene show up, and you know, the lady compliments her skin and all that stuff or whatever. You know, they get to talking about how he's been. Sheree, she winds up FaceTiming him from Portugal. So I'm pretty sure that's the trip that they're going to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta this season. So they're up in Portugal, or they possibly, yeah, I think it is, because it was one. I wasn't it. It looked like Sonya was with her. You know, I think that was Sonya. I could be wrong. But y'all will correct me in the comments. I'm pretty sure you will. I love y'all. Y'all will correct me in a minute. I'll be like, God damn, hold on. Calm down, you know. My bad. But, you know, so you got that going on. Everybody's cool. Now, Martell keep on letting us know that, listen, me and Sheree, we ain't girlfriend, boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we just like to kick it with each other. You know, we talk to each other every day and all of that. Sheree is smitten, okay? When she was on that face, I said, oh, girl, I hope you ain't falling quicker than he is, because he keep on saying y'all just talk every day and then you going to tell me something when you going to come out here. Whenever you want me to come out there, you going to fly me out? You going to flew me out? I said, oh, girl. And they can go ahead and say that's your girlfriend. We already know, okay? Because we too old to be playing these games, all right? Meanwhile, you know, they get into the conversation about Mel and him and how they're still having their ups and downs since Florida and the whole reunion aspect of things. And, you know, he misses his family as a whole. He does miss Mel. He missed the kids being together. He just missed that family unit. And we already knew that, okay? It's very much on display for the actions that he's always taken. He knows that he messed up. He messed up a good thing for the most part, and he's trying to get that back in whichever capacity that it can be, whether it's just them being cordial or whatever. And he was like, at one point they did have a conversation and, you know, trying to get back to that cordiality. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it up if it ain't. And, you know, she said, you know, he said, she'll pray on it, okay? I said, oh, all right, we're going to pray on it. Sometimes I feel like, you know, granted, God put all this on the earth for us. I just be feeling like, God be like, why am I in it? This ain't got nothing to do with me. This is y'all mess. Why am I in it? But, you know, so I feel like that's the answer that people give when they don't really want to give them the answer that they looking for. Like, I really don't want to cuss you out. I'm going to just say, I pray on it, okay? I'm going to say a prayer for you. I'm going to say a prayer for us that we get it together and all of that. But then this is where, see, the conversation was going well, you know, because usually Miss Marlene, she gets on my nerves sometimes because she kind of look at Martell as if he's done absolutely nothing wrong. Like, he's one of those perfect kids or whatever, or her parenting style didn't mess him up in any type of way, you know. He says, you know, he's about to go to counseling. He's been going to counseling. She said, counseling for what? And it was just the way that she said it. I said, oh my goodness. And then I had to remember she is older. She's from that age where, you know, black folks don't like to go to doctors, and they damn sure don't want to go talk to no therapist or psychiatrist or whatever, because then they think that you're crazy and all that stuff. And I'm just like, girl, because he got issues. She said that like, ain't nothing wrong with you. You a good man. You a good father. You a good this. Yeah, you know, just because somebody can have some good aspects to them, they also got some messed up ones to them too. And your son has a lot of them. Melody has some of them, you know, has a lot of them as well. Both of them going to counseling. There's absolutely nothing wrong. And then when she suggested, or he said, like, the kids got to go. And she was like, yeah, put the kids up in there. Okay, the whole family needs to go. They need to go to individual counseling. The kids need to go to counseling together or individually. And then they need to come together and do family counseling so that they can get this co-parenting situation on track, and so it won't be so much tension and so much going back and forth with each other and then being hot and cold with each other. You know, counseling is a good thing. It is not bad, okay? It'll help you get down to the root okay, of what's going on and why you can't move on. And she talking about something, yeah, because you got to get rid of that bitterness and all of this and be a grown one. I said, excuse me. Now, granted, I understand how people can say that Melody is still being bitter or she was being bitter and all that stuff, but your son being bitter as well. You know, it works both ways. You know, he was probably bitter and miserable because Melody decides to leave him. Okay, Melody is bitter, miserable, if you want to call her that, because that man that she spent the majority of her adult life with has hurt her too in a way that she never expected. It is hard. Baby, I don't know. And I know we keep on trying to say, and some people probably like, well, how long are we going to use that as an excuse? Baby, that's a hurt. Have you ever got cheated on and been with somebody that you thought that you was going to spend the rest of your life with, and not only were you getting cheated on, you was getting cheated on with for years, and they was coming home like ain't nothing happened, and then come to find out they got a baby with this person that they cheated on you. They was literally having a whole ass relationship on the side, and then had a baby with this person, which was the straw that broke the camel back. But then you come to find out there was multiple pregnancies that didn't actually come to fruition because either there was miscarriages or abortions, and then you was also going through your struggles and stuff with, girl, that's a hurt that's gonna be deep. Okay, that's a hurt that's gonna be deep. And even if you try to do some healing for yourself, that hurt might be going on for a long time. All right, so I'm not tripping off of the fact that she may be bitter. Bitch, I feel some type of way every time I see them motherfucker. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I may not act on it, but I'll be thinking it or whatever, you know. So there's that. But Miss Marlene just irks me sometimes. She really do. Moving on from that, talking about Courtney and Stormy, you know, so they got their kid, little Chess, and Courtney said, Courtney said, so when we gonna get him off the titty? Okay, because it's about time. He like, you know, how old he gonna be on the titty? Like he almost 3 years, what, he gonna be 3 years old being on the titty or whatever? She was like, I mean, I'm trying, because I guess she was having issues with breastfeeding or whatever. He was like, the boy eats steak. We eat steak over here. I said, now Courtney, the way that sounded, especially when you was sitting up in the confessional, it was sounding like you was a little jealous that you got to shed a titty with your son. You know, niggas be like that for real. And I be like, you want to be the only one sucking on it. It's understandable, but baby, you know, and truth be told, Courtney, your ass, let me stop, because you know big people talk about big people, but your big ass look like you was on the titty for at least till you was 10, okay? I'm just saying, baby, I look like I was on the titty since I was 20. I don't know. It's just, I'm just saying, you know, we bigums, okay? He thick. And I kind of like it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like no frail niggas or whatever. If I was straight, I would never be with a skinny nigga. Like, have y'all watched Power this season? The TA, he is skinny. But then I heard, you know, y'all girls like that because I guess it's a little myth or whatever. Y'all saying that they got the big, I don't know. That ain't my ministry, you know. I like meat on the bone. Women, meat on the bone. Give me a little belly too sometimes or whatever. Give me a little hip reaction. You know, all of that stuff. Courtney, you are right with me. So, you know, she brought up something about this. I want to breastfeed all my kids or whatever. He said, all your kids, what you talking about? Girl, she want to have more kids, and he's just like, no, because he just don't want to go through what he went through, what they went through prior to get Chess, okay? And Stormy just really wasn't understanding, because she's just like, it's coming out of nowhere that you don't want no kids. And I understand exactly where he's coming from. He's having trauma, you know. And again, sometimes men just can't talk about what's going on and articulate it, or they don't like to communicate their feelings like that for some reason. You know, it's a little bit soft, it's not manly. No, put your feelings out there. He was scared. He almost lost his wife. Like he said, I saw all that blood and what you had to go through and everything. And she was like, what about the surrogate? If we get a surrogate? No, I don't want nobody else holding my baby or carrying my baby. I said, sir, it don't matter. I was with Stormy about that. Then you went to, you know, what if he get a little jealous or whatever because you put more attention with the baby? She said, girl, what is this? All right. But I understood where he was coming from. He just couldn't articulate it at the time, like, you know, go deep into it because niggas. You know, it got to a point where she was talking to her mother and they were talking about it. And she said the same thing, like, you know, they just don't know how to put their feelings out there. But he's probably going through some stuff. You know, he has to heal, and that's what it is when it's people don't realize, especially like in these relationships, in these heterosexual relationships, especially that. You know, when your wife is going through something, it's also the husband is going through it as well, because they're going through it as a unit. It is happening to the wife personally, but sometimes I feel like the men, their feelings, and people don't really think about them sometimes, you know, to check upon them to see if they're okay, because they supposed to automatically be strong, you know. And they supposed to automatically be okay. They not supposed to cry, whatever. But you just witnessed your wife almost lose her life and all of that stuff. So of course, I would expect it to be some trauma. You don't want that to happen. And I hope he don't. Maybe he'll probably get over it a little bit. Maybe a little bit of counseling can help, or just sitting down there talking it out with Stormy. You know, because maybe it's something that he just needs to get over, a hump that he needs to get over, and time would do that, probably by talking it out or whatever. But I understood exactly what was going on. Meanwhile, Melody had went over there and she was trying to call up the guys and let them know about this party right after she was just doing some little fun stuff with the kids. The little girl said that she wanted an iPhone 14. I am fully grown. I ain't got no iPhone 14. I don't even know what iPhone number is this. Okay, this one. You know, which iPhone number is this? I don't even know. I just know it's not the 8. It's not the was it a 9? It could be a 10 or 11. I don't know, girl. It just ain't the new one. I ain't finna upgrade anytime soon. I said, little kids be rolling out here with the new one. I be sitting here, my grown ass paying for my own stuff, and I can't even get myself it. Because, girl, what you need with that? You will get a track phone. You will get that flip phone that Melody was having. So she get on the phone and she talking to everybody. First she calls up Tiffany, and she was like, hey girl, this me, you know, come to Kimmy's parties. Of course, Tiffany said cool, because Tiffany ain't got no beef with Mel. Meanwhile, she gets on the phone and she calls Letitia. She said, hey, and Letitia was like, hello, this is Letitia. She was like, hey, this is Mel. It was a long ass pause, and she was like, how you doing? And then all of a sudden, after 15 minutes, Letitia said, I'm good. And she was like, okay, you know, well, she tell her about the party, and of course she's gonna be there. Letitia had to say up in her confessional basically that, you know, anything that it is concerning Kimmy, she's gonna support. But it was just a shock to hear that, you know, Melody called her. Understandable. I give you that, because y'all did not leave off on the best of terms, and I probably never will get back on the best of terms. Meanwhile, she called Stormy. Stormy was shocked. Okay? Stormy was shocked. She said, hello, who is this? She was like, this is Mel. Who? I said, well, no, let me take that back. Martell was the one that was shocked, because as soon as she got on the phone and said, hello, hey, this Martell, this is Mel, he was like, I said, ooh, girl, what? I said, why was that reaction? And then, you know, of course, she invited him, because of course he wasn't expecting, but then she invited him to the party or whatever, the celebration, and then he gonna say so we're gonna talk about what happened last night. And she was like, what? It was like the prayer. Girl, I would have hung up the phone right in his face. Baby, this is not one of those you know, calls that we just calling just to be calling and be talking or whatever. No, I am inviting you on behalf of my friend to come to the party, and that's just it. Meanwhile, she had called Stormy. Stormy said, who is this? And she was like, hey, Stormy, this is Mel. Who? This is Mel. Who is this? This is Mel. Now, girl, I said that, and I said, baby, is you trying to be a little shady, or did you really not know who she is? And if that's supposed to be your homegirl, now listen, I don't need no spoilers in the episode. I mean, up in the comments, please don't do that, because 9 out of 10, I done already seen it. I'm just going through the timeline of what they showing it on TV, right? Because we done already know some stuff has already happened, all right? But this is how it is. I'm just sitting here like, So girl, it's been that long, you ain't know what, you ain't supposed to mail that long, you don't know how her voice sound. You know, she got a very distinguishable voice. She was like, Mel, I would have felt some type of way. I would have felt some type of way had she said that. And I would have said, bitch, you know who the fuck this is. You heard who I said. I did this Melody, bitch. But then again, hey, it is what it is. You set that up for like that. But she was talking about it and she said, is this your new number? She said no. She's like, oh. Of course, she invited her to the party. Meanwhile, we saw Stormy up there talking to her mama, and her mama said, so you and Mel still friends? And she was like, I mean, why you ask that? Because when she first came around, like something about her, just her energy, her vibe or whatever, I didn't really like it. I said, damn. I said, oh Lord, now we got another mama that's finna be messy up on here. Girl, all right, what's finna happen? So Stormy, you know, they continue this conversation because her mama did ask if, you know, her and Melody were friends. And Stormy just give us the background. Let me tell you something. Stormy mama name is Betty. All the Bettys I know are messy as hell. All the Bettys I know have had some mess. And I can tell you, one of the best, juiciest piece of gossip that I ever got that my mama had told me was about a family friend named Betty who did some stuff. Let me just tell y'all, because I probably said this before. Basically, she cheated on her husband with a whole bitch. You know, shout out to my homegirl. But, mind you, they Jehovah's Witnesses, right? But the girl wasn't a Jehovah's Witness, okay? The husband and the wife, they was Jehovah's Witnesses. And, you know, they don't like that homosexual shit. And he was an elder in the congregation, right? And, yeah, she cheated on her husband with girl. And we all know each other. It was funny. That was like the talk of the freaking Kingdom Hall, okay? Mind you, we didn't even go to the same Kingdom Hall at that time. It was just, everybody was just talking about it. Oh my goodness, it was a mess. It was so good though. It was so good. So as soon as I found out that her name was Betty, and then I found out that it's spelled B-E-T-T-I-E instead of the B-E-T-T-Y, I said, yes, mama is messy as hell. She probably about to get Miss Wanda a run for her money because y'all saw that preview for what's coming up for the next season, and she was sitting down there and Mel said, well, if I did something to offend you with a tweet or whatever, I apologize. She was like, well, hold on. You shut up. I said, wait a minute. You are overstepping, ma'am. You know, and I understand trying to be mother hen and protecting your kid or whatever just because that's your only child. But like Stormy said, you putting out tweets and stuff, you not going to get the backlash because, you know, depending on who it is, not everybody is still in that mode of, you know, disrespecting elders. But baby, we in a new time and day, okay? And you want to pop up on this little social media stuff, you gonna get disrespected too, you know? So if they ain't gonna disrespect you, baby, they gonna take it out on your daughter. You talk about something, but you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Yes, she do gotta worry about something because it's gonna go back on her. You know, the fans and the stands and everybody's gonna blow back on her because you out here tweeting your life away, getting into mess. You know, I understand you thought that the lady energy was weird when she first came in there. You didn't like it was negative to you, but you have to let your child, regardless of whether you turn out your suspicions and thoughts turns out to be correct or not, you got to let your child be in the dough, okay? But apparently Stormy and Mel ain't been talking in months. She said, you know, it was weird when they got to the reunion. She didn't know what was going on. She tried to talk to her at the reunion, like a casual conversation to see what's up. And she basically said, you know, hit me back, you know, because there was a lot of stuff going on. I hit you when we get back. And the next time that was when she invited her to Kimmy's party. And so I would have felt some type of way. But I just, you know, I'm the type of person where if I haven't heard from you in months, if it's literally months, if it go a month, and we are in this stage of trying to get into a friendship or whatever, we're trying to establish a friendship, and we go a month without talking or whatever, even a couple of weeks or so, you know, no, I'm gonna just say a month because sometimes things goes on and you don't give me no heads up about anything that's happening or whatever. Oh, I'm just going through some stuff, so, you know, I'm just taking a little sabbatical. Don't take it wrong if you don't hear nothing from me in a while. I just need some time for myself. Mel, you could have said that. You could have said that. Nobody is out here reading minds or whatever. So therefore, when you don't open up your mouth, and granted, I know somebody gonna say, well, why she need to? If you're in this process of trying to establish a relationship, a friendship, a relationship, or whatever, communication works both ways. Even if you just need a sabbatical, you just need some time to yourself, communicate that so the other party won't feel a type of way about you or feel as if you're trying to play them and you're doing the same thing that has been, they're being treated the same way that others have said that they've been treated by you. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn, so Mel can't keep no friend at all. It just, you know, I don't know. It's a weird type of situation. It just does not look right. Melly don't look right for you. I'm gonna just tell you that. You know, no. But the party happens. Okay, everybody shows up. You have to have some like pink on or whatever. I will say, bitch, I ain't never said this about Marcel, but when Marcel pulled up. Marcel pulled up in that pink sweater shirt, bitch, with that Scotty. I said, why am I looking at him like that? I said, but Tisha, I kind of see why you still with him. He look good up in that shit. I said, Marcel, what more like that? Then probably I respect you a little bit. You got to look like a little nigga. You know, not like a little asshole. That's what you look. You look like a stuffy asshole. But this look get up you had, you look decent, nigga. I'm just put it out there. No, it may come back to haunt me, but he looked good up in there. I said, man, that's your color. All right. You know, Tisha, you could have did a little bit better than that pink ass scarf, okay? Girl, you know, so everybody show up. You got Tiffany there, and then Martell. Martell comes over there and gonna say something, what about the prayer? I said, are you serious? And then gets in his feelings because she said, girl, I ain't say nothing. I ain't say no prayer yet, okay? Here's the thing, Martell. You up here talking about something. Now, why would she say that? Why would she do something like that? You know, I told her to have, you know, say this prayer, whatever. Pray about us becoming co-parents and being better with each other and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. First of all, who are you? You're not her dad, okay? You're not her authority figure. You can't tell that lady whatever it is that she want to do, okay? You can't tell her nothing, all right? So I'm not even mad that Melody said, I just said that just to get his ass out my face, okay? I was not going to waste the Lord's time, okay? And that's just what it is. And I am not mad at her because I kind of felt that that's what was going on. And for Martell, I said, why are we making such a big deal about this? You guys, and even if you had an issue with that, this is not the time nor the place. This is not a visit for us to get together and to talk about our issues. This is about celebrating our friend and her recovery process going through a traumatic situation like breast cancer. And you are worried about a freaking prayer. Did you pray? Is everything okay? Are y'all arguing right now? Let it go, boo-boo. Quit causing issues where there aren't, okay? Y'all know it take that one little thing to just blow up into something extra big when it didn't even have to. I said, Martell, if you don't get over yourself. Meanwhile, Stormy had came over there and, you know, they had went to the side. And, you know, she just asked and wanted to know if everything's good. And my whole thing is, I am not mad at Stormy. Because if I cared about you and I've been in this situation where I've asked somebody, is everything good? And they gave me a roundabout answer that made me feel like even though your mouth is saying, the words coming out your mouth saying, oh yeah, we cool, but your actions are showing differently. That just set the tone and just told me that, yeah, it's time to back away. You know what I'm saying? It just confirmed the feelings that I had, and it's time to back away. And so therefore, I'm no longer about to concern myself with this situation. So when Stormy was just trying to see what was up, because you're giving me the cold shoulder, and then she was like, because I haven't heard from you in a while, that's why I was like, who is this number? And she was like, yeah, I changed my number. You didn't think to DM to you ain't call or you ain't text or whatever, you ain't get the, because she was like, she was texting, she ain't getting no answer or whatever. She said, yeah, I called. She said, you ain't get the dun number sound or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, So she's supposed to know because you didn't respond back to her text message, or she couldn't get through, to automatically know that you changed your number and not that you blocked her or whatever, or something else was going on. And, you know, how was she supposed to know that? Because I would have thought that you blocked me and it would have just been over and done with right then and there. Stormy did a little bit more, because she actually wanted to know. She asked you what was going on. And then for you to say, Melanie, I'm going to have to get on your ass for a second. Because for you to say, well, you know, you could have DM'd me my number, you could have DM'd me or whatever, talking about something, you know, she hasn't been talking to anybody lately as it is, you know what I'm saying? Stormy even said, yeah, I know that, I understand that or whatever. She wasn't even pissed off about that. Truth be told, I would have felt the type of way, okay? Because again, just send out a text and say, listen, if you don't hear from me for a minute, it's just that I need some space. So I won't be concerned, and I just know that you're trying to get your stuff together. Because if I care about you, I'm going to be concerned and be like, baby, are you okay? Like, sis, you breathing? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to have a full conversation just in a one sentence text. I'm good. I just need time for myself. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? I'll hit you when I'm ready. That would have been suffice for me, because I know how to give people space, because I be needing space myself. You know what I'm saying? And I let people know. That's what adults do. Some of us, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know, like I said, people got their different ways of handling stuff. But then for you to tell her, you could have DM'd me. You could have DM'd me. Bitch, you changed your fucking number. I'm not finna DM you and ask you what your new number is, or did you block me, and or did you change your number, and if you changed your number and we're good, can you give me your number? No, baby, because if I wasn't on your thought process and I wasn't in your mind for you to have your number, that means to me that I'm not supposed to have your number. I'm not supposed to have that new number. That's just what it means to me. And so I'm not finna hound you for it. I'm not finna fucking get on DM and DM you for it. Bitch, you supposed to text me. If I change my number, I put out a tweet to my folks, you know, because everybody put out tweets or whatever these days. I seen people that be like, if you trying to hit me, you know, I got a new number, so I'm going to be sending out y'all text messages to y'all just so y'all can know. I see that a lot on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? People letting their people know. Because most people follow people that they cool with anyway, personally. And so after that, you just go ahead and send somebody the text message and be like, just send somebody a text message and be like, yo, this is my new number. This is so-and-so. This is my new number. I had to change it because some stuff was going on. And here we go. If you don't do that, we're going to automatically assume that, you know, I'm going to assume that I'm not supposed to have it because we're no longer on that level, and that's just it. And I'm not going to hound you for it. I'm not going to be all up in your social media, you know, on your Twitter inbox, or your Instagram DMs to tell you, so you going to give me your number? No, bitch. Who the fuck you think you are? I'm sorry, that really pissed me off, because if you my friend and I really fucking care about you and I care about developing this friendship, especially if we are in the process of becoming friends and I know that we cool and all that stuff, I'm gonna reach out to you and give you the new number. No, I'm not finna do that, and I'm not finna hound you. Girl, Melody, you got the right one. Stormy, that would have been the moment that I would have snapped. I would have been like, bitch, are you serious? And we wouldn't have had nothing else to talk about. She said, as soon as she said that shit about the DMs, like, girl, that's when I knew something, okay? I said, yeah, take that into consideration. And at this point, Mel, it's you. Moving on from that, that's the end of the episode. And again, that's my opinion. I don't care, okay? You can feel how you feel. Ashley not going back and forth, because I truly don't give a damn, okay? Come back to reality for those that's about to go in. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. I gotta go wash my clothes.